Good afternoon. I'm Mike Bajorek. I get to serve as the Deputy Town Manager for the town of Cary. And welcome to the future site of Carpenter Park. I can't tell you how exciting it is to be breaking ground on our second Community Investment Bond Parks and Recreation project. I want to, before we go a whole lot further, I want to thank our staff from our Public Information Office, our Public Works Office, and our Parks and Recreation who picked this beautiful day to have this groundbreaking. Earlier they had scheduled this for February, and we had about 4 or 5 inches of snow. That wasn't the best time, but they've learned from their mistakes, and what a great day they've picked. This is a very, very unique project. Carpenter Park will also be the home to the privately funded memorial of American Eagle Flights 3378 and 3379 that crashed in Cary in 1988 and 1994 respectively. Carpenter Park is about 1 mile from where Flight 3379 crashed. You look around, and I just want to thank everybody for coming out. Along with the many neighbors and community friends, and I see we have a great turnout of our council members. We have Councilman Bush, Lori, Don France, Jennifer Robinson, Jack Smith, and Ed Gierhawk. We have just would like to recognize them. We also have our construction team from the town of Cary, and we just really appreciate you guys coming out. I'd also like to extend a special welcome to the survivors of Flight 3379 and the loved ones and friends of the 27 individuals who died on both of those flights. It means so much to us to have you here on this beautiful afternoon to celebrate the groundbreaking of this park and the memorial that goes along with it. I also see, as I look around, several individuals from the Fred Smith and Company, the general contractor that we will be teaming up with to build this beautiful park. Devon Dixon, John Lasarda, and Galen Wall. Thanks for coming out tonight. Thanks, guys. We're very excited to have them teaming up with us. They do a great job, and I think it bodes real well for the finished product on this. One other group that I really need to recognize is I'd like to recognize the State Division of Parks and Recreation for their PARTIF grant that helped us purchase this great 16-acre site. We are here today as a result of years of hard work and planning. And in about 1 year's time, that vision will be transformed, this area right here, into really a unique destination. Our newest community park. It'll attract people from all over for not only recreational needs, but also just to sit down and reflect about what's happening in the past and where we're going to be going in the future and what we are, what we stand for as a community. We wouldn't be here today without the help and support of so many people, many of you that are right here. I hesitate to think of anyone more supportive of this park than our council members. And at this time, I'd like to invite Council member Jennifer Robinson, the district representative for this area here, just to say a few words on behalf of her colleagues with the council. Jennifer?
Good afternoon, everyone. It is such a pleasure to come out here today and see so many familiar faces. This is such an important event, and when I come to one of these, I just wish that I saw even more faces here, because this symbolizes a very important effort. I was driving my daughter, or actually my daughter was driving me here today. When I started on the council, she was a baby. And I've seen Cary grow up in this area as she has grown up. And I look at a park such as this as such an amazing investment for our community. This is the beginning. I say it's the beginning. We've actually been working on this for 4 years. And I can recall early conversations with people like David Farrell about the potential for this land. And I look forward and I say, you know, to my daughter, I said, you know, this is going to be a place that you can bring your children, your grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren back to and say, I was here. I was here when this land, when we did the groundbreaking, when this was just a field. And it is just incredibly exciting to talk about this investment that our citizens have put into this land. Now, I don't know if many of you know, but this park is going to cost about $2.9 million. So it is a very substantial investment. And that money was approved by the Cary voters as part of the community investment bond that we did. And it was amazing because we had almost 70% support among our voters for this. And that's just tremendous. It really reflects the fact that Cary citizens love this community and they want to invest back into it, and they want to have wonderful places for their children and their families to come and recreate. And this is going to be an absolutely amazing facility. As I sit here and I look over this land, I think about some of the other parks that we have dedicated, we've broken ground on, we've cut ribbons for in the past. And, you know, it's just absolutely amazing to look at a field like this and then envision what's going to be coming here and the memories that are going to be made here. There are going to be memories from people. People are going to come here and play pickup basketball. And later in life, they're going to reflect back and go, I remember how I used to always go to Carpenter Park and play pickup basketball. Children are going to picnic here under the shelter, and they're going to play on the playgrounds. They're going to be able to come and play pickleball. This is going to be the second set of pickleball courts. And if you don't know what that is, you ought to come by when it gets built and enjoy it. It's a very fun, fast-moving sport that a lot of people can participate in. So that's just so exciting. We're going to have a pond in the center. And in addition to that, we're going to have a walkway for those of you who just want to get out in nature and take a deep breath and get away from life a little bit. And we're going to have some forests. And, you know, I go over to Bond Park all the time with my children, and although they love the playground equipment, just as much they love to kind of adventure into the woods and see what they find, pick up the pine cones, look at the frogs, and we're going to have that opportunity here. So it's just going to have a breadth of opportunities in this one 16-acre parcel. It's really amazing. In addition to that, we're going to have an amazing memorial. And as I think about the preciousness of my family, it is so touching to me that the families of those who lost their lives and those who survived as well, these two flights that went down in this vicinity. And Mike already mentioned to you is flight 3378 and 3379. And those two flights went down in 1988 and 1994, respectively. And so this memorial is going to be very symbolic in its design. It's going to be a place for reflection. For those who lost their family members, it's a place for them to come and reflect on the value of the people that they lost. But for those of us who didn't know the families that are touched by this, it's a place for us to come and reflect on the value of the people that we care about and the importance of life. There's going to be a semicircle terraced area. In the middle of that, there'll be 5 trees that represent the 5 survivors of the 2 flights. And then there'll be 27 or more trees up higher on the higher terraced area that will memorialize the people who lost their lives in the flight. There'll be 2 long walls, both of them reflecting the course of the flights had. And I think it's going to be a beautiful place of reflection. So I'm really proud of the town of Cary and its partnership with the families. And I'm impressed by the community coming together to make this happen. So with that, I would say It's by the end of 2015, we should have this park up and going, and you'll be able to come here and enjoy it. In the meanwhile, we have 30 other parks that you can visit in Cary that are active right now, and we have over 70 miles of greenways. So please get out and enjoy our facilities that we do have, and I hope that all of you will join us again and bring many friends with you when we come and cut the ribbon for this park at the end of 2015. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Jennifer. As you can see, we are really blessed to have a council that shows such great leadership that can move us to do something like this. And Jennifer, I didn't mention the pickleball courts because I was hoping to keep that low profile, so I'll be the first ones to play when it opens up. So you let the cat out of the bag there. So, as we said, we are very pleased to have with us today Marie Anderson, Dee Sharrow, and Dee Dee Young. Marie is the mother of a Flight 3379 survivor, Lauren Anderson Slade, and has been very involved in fundraising efforts for the memorial. She closely worked with Dee Dee Young of the Family Assistance Foundation in Georgia. Dee Sharrow is a pilot living here in Cary who helped investigate the 3378 crash. If you wouldn't mind, if you could step forward so that we could acknowledge the work that you and your group has done, we would surely appreciate it. Come on, Lauren. Thank you. You can't get her.
How are you?
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
Sure. What I'd like to do now is turn it over to Miss Anderson to say a few words.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Marie Anderson, one of the representatives of the Family Assistance Foundation present today. Also with me here are Dee Sharrow and Dee Dee Young and my daughter Lauren. We are delighted to be here to be part of the groundbreaking for your new Carpenter Park in Cary, North Carolina. Our thanks go to everyone at the town who have helped us bring this project forward. From the beginning, Paul Kuhn, Doug McCraney, Amy McIntosh, and the town council, to name just a few. It has been 27 years since the first American Eagle accident, Flight 3378, and 20 years since the second American Eagle, 3379 accident that impacted your community and so many other lives. The Family Assistance Foundation's foremost desire was to find a location for a memorial where families, survivors, friends, and others could gather and honor and remember their loved ones. When we first began thinking of a memorial here in Cary, I reached out to our good friend David Farrell. David, give us a wave. I was going to ask you to stand up, but everybody's standing. David was the first rescue person to find my daughter Lauren in the woods after the crash. She survived, and we have stayed in contact with David since then. David suggested we approach the town of Cary to see if it would be possible to include a site within a new park to be built. So we owe a great deal to David for all his help and his continuing support. I'd like to introduce those family members who have come today to be with us. Would you just wave your hand when I call your name? Max Cast, brother of Jonathan, there he is. Debbie Ryan, sister of Kelly Ryan. Maureen Ryan, mother of Kelly Ryan. Mary Edwina Carples, aunt of Kelly Ryan. Linda Josephson, daughter-in-law of Pauline. I don't know where she is. Oh, there she is. Okay. Jeff Josephson, son of Pauline. Lauren Tassione and Lisa Maldonado from American Airlines. Lisa was at RDU the night of the accident, and she actually went out to the site of the crash. Lisa and Lauren were instrumental in obtaining a $25,000 donation from American Eagle, which really got us started towards getting this funded. I would like to introduce Dee Sherrow, who found our group on Facebook. Come on up and say a few words, Dee.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me be here. First, I'd like to say, as a pilot, our thoughts and prayers are with the people on German Wings A320 that went down the Alps today. Growing up, you always, hey, you just hear about a crash, you know, life goes on. But when you become an investigator or a survivor or lost a family member, the realization of what happened really hits home. And so my thoughts and prayers are with those people. I'd just like to say thanks to Rich and Marie and Carolyn and Dee Dee, the Family Assistance Foundation, and the town of Cary for allowing American Eagle Flight 3378 to be a part of this. I found out about it just on Facebook and thought, well, that's sort of weird that there's only one plane being remembered at the memorial, and it turns out that a lot of people just didn't know about American Eagle 3378. So I finally found out my goal in life, that was make this part of the memorial, and I'm very glad I did. I've come across a lot of very nice people, and I just want to say thank you for letting me be a part of it. Thank you. And the most very important person I'd like to introduce to you is Linda Wiggs, whose son Christopher Bage Wells was the unaccompanied minor that was on 3378. Linda? Thank you.
Dee Dee is here to present our $25,000 check to the town of Cary.
Yes.
Who gets the money?
Yeah,
Well, I'd just like to say that this is such a great honor and a privilege on behalf of the Family Assistance Foundation, all our family survivors and our survivors, to present this check to the town of Cary for $25,000.
I forgot to say that Dee Dee keeps us all organized at the Family Assistance Foundation, so she gets to hand over the money. Once again, our grateful thanks for this opportunity. This park is a gift for your community, and it is also a gift for the survivors, families, and everyone involved in these two accidents. We are really looking forward to seeing everyone here when the park is completed and ready to be dedicated. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Anderson. And I hope you see that this is really going to be a very, very special place. A place for kids to play, a place for people to remember, and we are just blessed we were able to put all this thing together here. But in order to do that, we really have to get started on the construction here. So what I would like to do is ask our elected officials to head over here for our ceremonial first dig. Now, following some photos, we ask that you please head over to the tent over there for light refreshments and spend a little bit of time just reviewing the design boards of the park. We'll have some staff over there that would be glad to answer any questions that you have about the park there. So once again, I'd like to thank everyone for being here and hope that you all return next spring for an afternoon of family fun here at Carpenter Park. Council, it's all yours.
Mike?
Put your foot on. 1, 2, 3.